So my boy right here, he's probably on a phone call. He's talking to all his ladies right now. Look at him go. I know who you're talking to. Today's a special day. The reason today is so special is because we're at a very special factory. That's a wheel. We're at the wheel factory. That being said, you guys are gonna see from start to finish how a scooter wheel is actually made, how it's all poured, everything. They do have some secrets that I cannot show you guys, which they already told me. There's a couple things that, like I said, it's just a huge secret. They don't want everybody to know, and so that stuff we're gonna skip, but they're gonna show us a lot of the processes. So for all you guys that have a wheel that you really, really like and you've always wondered how they're made, now you get to find out. It is a bit noisy though, so I gotta yell a lot today. Sorry. Hopefully you're not wearing headphones. Okay, so we're gonna show you guys what the wheels look like before they actually go into the machine. Your boy's getting them all ready right now. You guys can see it's kind of shiny, like all that shine right there, which, like I told you guys in one of the previous videos, that comes from the CNC machine. Basically, it's all reversed here. So after they're done with it, it comes out as this right here. So this is the wheel that comes out. So you guys can see a look. Let me zoom in a little bit. So you guys can see it almost looks like kind of grip tape. Basically what that's for is because once we actually put the glue on the outside core of the wheels, that makes the glue seep into basically very, very small, very fine little holes, and it bonds to the wheel a little bit better so that when you pour the PU on there, it bonds to the PU really well. So that's one of the reasons that a lot of Envy wheels, well pretty much every Envy wheel doesn't dehub, is because they pay attention to the small things like this, because if you don't do that, that's why a lot of wheels that you guys see chunk or dehub a lot, they don't pay a lot of attention to this. They pay way too much attention to their PU, which that's not the whole thing. So that's the process. That's how it all goes. So this is the inside of the machine. Like there's all these little nozzles back there. You guys might be able to see. That's where all the sand comes from, and all that sand is pumped through these two tubes, like through the back. And let me just give you guys an idea as to how much pressure is actually going into the parts with the sand. If I put my hand in there, all of my skin or any part of my body, all of my skin will be gone like in a half a second. So you don't want to get anywhere near this thing when it's doing its thing, but all the wheels go onto these little bars right here, go in a circle. There's probably about, I don't know, 70 to 80 wheels in here at a time, but it looks like it only does about 20 to 30 tops. So still super crazy. It's really gnarly. All right, so before, like I showed you guys, it's shiny, like from the CNC machine, and after. So step number one, check. Like I said, this place is kind of loud, but you guys can tell there's a ton of stuff in here. Like, I don't even know what most of these machines do. Actually, I don't know what all these machines do. Okay, so this process is the gluing process. So we have a bunch of Envy hollow cores right here on this long, basically a long stick. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna put it in there, and basically they spray the whole outside, but we can't film the entire thing because this is like one of the secrets that I was telling you guys about. So this is as far as we can go with this process. Okay, so the next step that we're going to see the mold. So kind of like what I showed you guys at the forging factory, those big blocks. It's the same idea, and but just smaller on a wheel. It's circular. Now this is the section where all the wheels are kind of prepared for all the urethane to be poured in. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how this goes. So you have all kinds of different molds here. So this is an Envy. You can see, let's see, right. Okay, so right here you guys can see that little code. Right there, maybe it says 12026. That's a 120 millimeter wheel with a 26 millimeter PU. So these are all the molds. Basically how this goes. Oh, by the way, we don't have like a Lambo or a hollow core actual core right now, so we're going to use a Prodigy core because it'll work just as well. You get the core. This is what all they're doing on this line right here. They get these cores, they put them down just like that, and then they'll grab this. Now this basically covers the entire. Oh yeah, wait, nope, time out. We got to put this on first. I screwed that up. This you'll push on until you hear it click. So now this creates basically, it's kind of like a little channel in between. So you can figure that that's where they would pour the urethane and it would kind of shape, but you got to cover the core first. So that's where this thing comes in. You cover the full core just like that, and then there's a bolt which they have a tool for, and they're basically all just tightening this down so that when they pour the urethane, it doesn't hit any of the core and it seeps over into that little channel that I was telling you about, and that's what creates the shape of the wheel. And here is like a 110 millimeter wheel, so same idea. You get this part first. I keep on screwing that up. I keep on trying to put the other part on first, but you push this on just like that. Boom, I heard it click. Then I grab the cover, put the cover on. It gives me that thread. I get my little nut right here, twist that on, boom, ready to go. So 120 millimeter wheel with a 26 millimeter PU and 110 millimeter wheel. So, and then they'll put it on here, it'll go down, it'll go all the way. And then once they're all done, once they have finished like basically this entire bin full of all these molds, they'll take them all off and they'll go to the next step, which we will show you right now. All right, so we have our little molds. They're actually gonna let me pour a wheel, so I get to basically make my own scooter wheel right now. Now, I'm gonna get to pour my very own wheel right now. I'm actually really stoked for this. So, all these kilns right here, they all have those little the molds that I just showed you guys over on that other line. They're all in here, they're all heating up to about 100 degrees. So, we have ours heating up over here in this kiln over here. I'm gonna go over and grab it and put it over on this station, which is where I'm gonna be able to actually pour it. I'm so hyped right now. So let's go get our wheels. All right, so we've got our wheels. We have the 120, which is the pink one, and we have the 110, which is the blue one, and we'll just put it right on here, slide it over, and then I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna get to pour it. I'm like, can't get this stuff on my hands though. Good, all right, sweet. All right, here we go. So I gotta basically just put it right. Oh, I gotta push it in more. I'm a newbie. Hey! Alright, I gotta do this. A what?
Didn't get enough in it.
Oh, I gotta do more?
Good. Alright,
so we're poured in. What, this one more? We poured them in now. Now we have. Should I do more in there? I'm just gonna do more.
A mess.
I'm gonna try so hard not to spill this. Could you imagine if I just dropped it? So we've got the wheels poured now, and now we're gonna put them back into another kiln, which basically the temperature drops over time so that the urethane can basically cure a little bit. So, am I following him? Oh, right there. Like I said, this whole thing is gonna cool down. It's gonna cool down over the time for about, how long does it actually cool down for? About a day. It's gonna start from the same temperature that we took them out at, and it's gonna slowly drop to basically the temperature that it needs to where it's completely cured. And then once they do that, they'll go to the next step. But I poured my own wheels, my very own. How cool is that? So while we're waiting for a few of those wheels to cure up a little bit more, we're gonna show you guys a little bit about some Chinese culture. So this is it's a god of fortune, right?
Yeah.
And how do you pronounce his name?
Guanggong.
Guanggong. So his name is pronounced Guanggong, and basically what they do is they light incense, and everybody comes in and they bring food. It's an offering, essentially for him to watch over them and give them safety and things like that. So go ahead, do your thing. So what do we do right now? Oh. Yeah, thank you. That's pretty cool. So she prayed to it, and she's basically it's like you said it's like for safety, right? The Chinese, it's a very they believe in a lot of superstition kind of thing. So this is basically one of those. Okay, so we're at the QC area right now. This is where basically they do all the necessary measurements just to make sure that all the wheels are up to par for Envy standards. Now, let's clarify something. I poured this. I'm not good at it. It's not gonna be up to standards. I can tell you that for a fact because the people that actually do this are professionals. But anyways, so here's the wheel that I poured. This is the 120 millimeter wheel, and this right here, this is a scale. So this scale is gonna determine what the hardness is of the wheel. And Envy makes all their wheels as an 86A because that's chosen by us, the riders, because that's the one we like the most because it's the best. So we're gonna grab this right now, and basically the way that you do this is you reset it. Now you just press, there's like this little tiny pin right here, you guys might be able to see a little bit. So that little pin is what determines the hardness, and if I press the wheel as hard as I can against this, that little thing is gonna go up to not what I thought it was going to. Yeah, I need to do it a little closer. So when I push it, I press the, okay, so when I press it, this other little red bar right here kind of goes to wherever the black bar rotated around with. I can't really show you like, I'll try again. Hang on, stay right there. All right, well, it would not. I'm really screwing this part up because I can't press it in like this, but that's the idea. So we're gonna open up this wheel really fast and see what its PU is like. I haven't seen this one yet, so it could be even worse than this because it has this giant lip on it because we haven't gotten to the next step yet, but now you just slam it. Whoa. All right, so here is our 110 millimeter wheel. There's a pretty big gap on it. Look at, see this giant lip right here? This is what normally comes out like, but not with all this crap looking like this because I'm not good at this. But we're gonna take both of these right now. Actually, wait, I need to check this really quick. All right, so this one's about 75. Now, again, 86 is what we usually do. This is really, really soft, feeling it right now, but we need to go cut off all this excess stuff right now. So let's head over and take care of that. Okay, so your boy right here, he's gonna install the wheel right here, and there's a little tiny blade in there you guys can see. So that little blade is what's gonna cut the wheel. That's it. Alright, he's measuring the width of it right now. Alright, well the camera's not focusing right now, but there's like small measurements right there that are saying that the wheel is the perfect width. It's exactly the width that it's supposed to be. So that's how this whole step is done. It's kind of crazy because the machine just does all the work for you now. I can't imagine being there with just a razor blade. Oh god, that'd be horrible. So normally for the 120 we would change the blade to where it would have like a curved look because it's more like a BMX style kind of wheel as we've talked about before on my channel. But if we do that right now, if we actually show you guys, it takes a long time to switch all the tooling over to the correct knife. So, but you guys get the idea that it's gonna do the same exact thing as the other wheel did. It just comes in, cuts that wheel, they take the excess off. Once they've actually got it down to the point where they need it to be, where it's all perfect, they put all the wheels on there and bam, 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 they get them all done. They can probably do 100 of them really, really quick because that process is fast. So, next spot. All right, so the next step is the print. So this is the print that's going on the actual, this is on the urethane, not on the core. So my boy right here, he's probably on a phone call. He's talking to all his ladies right now. Look at him go. I know who you're talking to. He's over there. He's aligning this wheel up to make sure that whenever he prints, it's on there perfectly. And he'll tighten everything down to where when we give him this wheel, it'll print perfectly on that actual urethane. So now this is basically like evening out all of the ink. Alright, so this is the test wheel. So he's gonna do this one right now. Alright, so we got our actual wheel, the RDEB wheel. Now he's gonna clean off the little press right there. Get the wheel prepared. And here it goes. Boom. Printed, done, ready to go. Boom. Looking fresh, boys. I want to grab it in the wrong spot. And that is the last step. The print done, ready to go. That is how a wheel is made, you guys. You guys saw it all start to finish. This is my actual wheel too. We poured it. I didn't do all the printing and stuff like that, but you guys got to see it firsthand, step by step, how a wheel is made. So for those of you guys that have ever wondered how the wheels are actually made, how they're poured, there's a lot of processes to it. As you guys can see, there's a lot of hands it needs to go through because you guys gotta remember that goes through forging. Like if we're talking about a Lambo wheel, it goes through forging, it goes through CNC, and then it has to go through here. It's got to be poured, it's got to be cut, it's got to be printed. There's a lot of steps to it. So for those of you guys that thought that there was just one guy doing all this stuff in his backyard, nope. There's a whole bunch of factories this thing has to go through. 3 factories to be exact, including all the metal, like where they actually have to make the aluminum and things like that. So, but you guys got to see it, start to finish, how a wheel is made. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you guys enjoy these kinds of videos, if you guys like to see how your actual scooters are made, and if so, we'll do some more of them. I know that we're going to the Envy factory because I know I got to give you guys a full tour of that place. We're also going to go to the extrusion factory, and so you guys can see how a deck's made. So we got a lot more stops to do this kind of stuff. So thank you guys for watching again, and until next time, I'm out. Later.